This is my dealer license and this is my dealership. And in this video, I'm gonna tell you exactly how much it costs to get your own dealer license. The one question I commonly get all the time is how much does it cost to start up a dealership? What is the total cost for everything to start everything up? In this video, I'm gonna break it down completely how much it costed me and how much it should cost you to open up your own dealership. Getting my dealer license completely changed my life. This license in and of itself changed my life completely, and all thanks to God for it. This license is what allowed me to live the life that I live. So in this video, I'm gonna break down exactly how much it costs and how you can get your own dealer license. Let's get straight to it. First things first, a dealer license basically gives you the right to buy and sell as many cars as you want every single year. In most states, there is a limit to how many cars you can sell. Some states it's 5, some states it's 3, some states it's up to 7 per year for how many cars you can sell. But this obviously is a huge limit. So in order to do more, you have to find a loophole or you just have to get your own dealer license. And along with buying and selling as many cars as you want per year, you also get access to exclusive dealer auctions. And these dealer auctions, only dealers can go there to bid. So you're only competing against other people who want to buy the car to make money. So it's very easy to make money in this business because your competition is other people who want to make money, right? So it's not difficult. Most important things that help you when you get this dealer license. Now before we break down exactly how much it costs, we do have some things we have to do first here. We have this differential. This is for a scat pack that we have. So we have to drop it off to the mechanic. So we're gonna take this in the Lexus, not the Lamborghini, because it won't fit. So we'll put it in the Lexus and we'll go to the mechanic. So let's go do that real quick. All right, we got it in. Now let's go to the mechanic and we'll go from there. All right, we're on the way to the mechanic now. Drop off that differential and also want to pick up a Cadillac that he has. So we'll go do that real quick. We got Raylan on the camera. He's starting his own channel soon, so look out for that. We'll go ahead and pop him up there, inshallah. All right, we'll go there now. We'll catch you guys when we get there. We just pulled up. We'll go ahead, get this diff out, and we'll take the Cadillac, and we'll go from there. All right, y'all, change of plans real quick. We did drop off the diff, so that's dropped off, but the Cadillac, it was all the way in the back. It was like 4 or 5 cars behind it. He says it's gonna take a minute to take out, and we don't have time to waste. So he says he's just gonna bring it to us, and we'll go from there. So when he brings us that, then we'll have the Cadillac ready, and it'll be ready for sale. All right, y'all, we are back at the dealership, but one thing I wanna mention real quick first, before we hop into the breakdown of the cost of everything to open up your own license. First things first, you have to understand there are 2 different types of licenses. First one is a wholesale license, and the second one is a retail license. The key main difference between these 2 licenses is this. With the wholesale license, you can get access to the dealer auctions and you can buy and sell unlimited cars, but the only thing is that you cannot sell to the public. So you cannot be a retail dealer. You cannot sell to a public buyer. No one can come buy the car off of Facebook. You can only sell to other dealerships. That's all you can do, or to other auctions. The license you really want is the retail license, and that's the one that I have. The retail license I have, I can buy and sell as many cars as I want to anybody in the United States or anywhere in the world, as a matter of fact. So with that type of license, the retail license, you have access to the dealer auction and you can sell to the public, which is what you want. That's where the money is really made. You don't want to be a wholesale dealer because you are very limited on who can buy your car. So go with the retail license if you can. And now let's break down the cost of how much it costs to get your retail dealer license. Let's get it. All right, let's get straight into it. The true cost of how much it costs to get your dealer license. The exact cost, basically across the board. ChatGPT is gonna give you the wrong answer. Everyone else is gonna give you the wrong answer. I'm telling you exactly how much it costs because this is exactly how much it cost me. I recorded everything down to the penny, so I know exactly how much it costs. First things first, to get your dealer license, you need a location. They're not gonna give you a license if you don't have a location, okay? So this is gonna be the biggest cost by far. When you open up and just over time, rent and the security deposits and your location is the biggest cost, okay? So this is cost number 1. My rent was $2,250 the first year. The $10 on top was the cashier's check was $10, so that's why I came out at 60. But security deposit, right? And then same thing, first month's rent. So rent. So they wanted security deposit and first month's rent. Boom, we're already at $4,520 off rip, right? And this is the biggest cost by far. This and the next one are gonna be the biggest cost. So rent, security deposit, you have to have a location. It is what it is. So whatever your security deposit is, whatever your rent is, that's gonna be your initial cost. Some people have rent for $1,500. Some people have rent for $3K. Some people have rent for $5K. So whatever it is, whatever you find, that's how much it's gonna be, all right? So that's the first thing you're gonna be paying for. The next thing, this one is actually the most expensive thing. Insurance. Insurance for me, for 1 year, was $2,662 for the insurance, right? That's 1 year, brand new dealership, brand new business. That's what they quoted me. Now, this was liability, okay? And looking back at it, thank God I didn't need full coverage the first year. But looking back at it, this was the cost for liability, and liability basically means whatever, if something happens to your car and, you know, even if it's not your fault, doesn't matter, they're not covering you. You just have to go after the other person's insurance. But if, for example, your car gets stolen, or if there's a hailstorm, or if someone hits you and runs, right? And you don't, and they flee and you can't catch them. That's it. That's on you. You have to pay for that. When you have liability, liability only covers other people, right? So if you hit somebody or something, your insurance will pay them, but your car, you have to fix yourself. They don't care, right? So liability is like the bare bones minimum. You're not protected at all, basically. You just need it to get your dealer license, right? So you need a location and you need insurance. Looking back at it, thank God, like I said, I didn't need it my first year, but my first year, actually, one of my cars got stolen. I don't know if you saw one of my previous videos, this is a long time ago, one of my Infiniti Q50s, they got stolen. And when that happened, I realized like, crap, if I would have just got the full coverage, which the full coverage is basically just double this price. Full coverage was $5,000 and some change, right? So basically double liability. But that difference of $2,500 or whatever would have been worth it to have full coverage for the year and protect my cars, right? Because that Q50 that got stolen off of me, that car, that's a $10,000 car, just boom, gone. And I can't do anything about it. I'm just out $10,000. I might as well have just gotten the full coverage and, you know, been protected. But, you know, thank God I found that car like, well, the police found that car like 2 days later or the day later after it was stolen, and it was in decent condition. They just busted the sunroof and I just got a new sunroof, replaced it, and that's it, sold the car. Looking back at it, you should do full coverage in my opinion. So I'm gonna do it as how much it cost me, but if you want to do full coverage, it's gonna be like an extra $2,500, which I highly recommend. I mean, it's gonna protect you for everything. Doesn't matter if someone hits you and runs, you're protected. Doesn't matter if there's a hailstorm, you're protected. Doesn't matter if someone steals your car, you're protected, right? I'd highly recommend going the full coverage route, but I did liability, so that's just how much it was for me. All right, next thing you need a bond, right? This bond is basically like protection for you at the location, right? So say someone out here like slips and falls, boom, and they want to sue you, right? Well, the bond is gonna protect you, right? At first. So the bond will be there to protect you in case whatever, they have like a medical bills or something and they're trying to sue you for you to pay for it, your bond will pay for it. Right? So that's what the bond is for basically. It just protects you. It was $900 for 3 years. So it wasn't expensive. And you know, thank God nothing like that ever happened here. So we're good. But you need the bond, right? And real quick, if you don't know what you need to open a dealer license, I have a separate video, like 2 videos back. I'll link it somewhere here on the screen or in the description below. That'll tell you the steps you need to do to open up the dealership, right? So that video is the steps you need to do. And this video is gonna break down the cost of everything. All right. So hopefully you find this helpful. So boom, we have security deposit, rent, we have insurance, and the bond. Next. Copart and IAA accounts, right? I knew from the beginning I was only gonna do salvage, so I didn't bother with Manheim or whatever these clean title auctions. I didn't care. I knew I was only gonna do salvage, so the 2 salvage ones I used, Copart, IAA. Copart was $250 for the year, right? So $250 for the year, but they wanted a $400 deposit, so it was $650. So $650 for Copart. IAA for the entire year is $200, and I think the prices are still the same, if I remember correctly. So that's how much Copart was, that's how much IAA was. Don't waste your time on an auction that you're not gonna go to and an auction you're not gonna buy from. I knew I only do Copart, IAA. All I do is salvage. I don't care about anything else. So I didn't bother with Manheim, clean title, I didn't care. I like Copart, I like IAA. So there's that. So those are the 2 costs for the year. Let's hop on to the next thing. Excuse my handwriting, but the next thing was the key programmer. So I knew, because I was buying a lot of Q50s, a lot of Infinities, and these cars just get stolen left and right? So I knew it would be a solid investment to, okay, let me backtrack a little bit. When these Q50s get stolen, the key, you have to program a new key, because that key is no good no more, right? You have to program a new key, and it's $150 for my key programmer to program a key every single time. I was like, okay, hold on. Let me just get a key programmer, and let me just program my own keys. I knew I was gonna do Q50s, I knew I was gonna buy stolen cars, and just program the key, and boom, and they'd be good to go. So this is how much the key programmer cost. It was $410.08 for the key programmer. Not bad, in my opinion. I programmed a lot of car keys, so I got my money's worth out of that. Eventually, it did stop working. I don't know why. I guess the software changed or something, but it stopped programming keys for me. So I don't know what happened. I don't have to update or something, but I just didn't bother anymore. I was like, whatever. I was wasting too much time trying to figure it out. So I just started letting the key programmer come again and program the keys. But that was like after a year. So I got my money's worth out of that, I would say. So that one was good. All right, next thing was $360 for a Duke energy deposit. That's just how much it costed to start up the electricity and everything here. $360 for the electricity deposit. That's what I wanted. So there's that, pretty straightforward for that one. Next thing, I just grouped them in 3 because these are 3 like important purchases. It came out to $336.28. This is for the jumper. So to jump the cars, you need a jump pack, right? Key in this business, key, because these cars sitting at Copart IA for who knows how long. So the batteries are almost like all the time dead. So you gotta jump them. So jumper, scanner, I got a nice scanner, not nice, it was whatever, an okay scanner. So you can see everything, read the codes, you know, whatever you have to do with the car, you can tell you what it needs to do. Scanner, you know, I got a decent scanner. Scan the car, make sure it's ready for inspection, blah, 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 make sure there's no codes. You know, you need a scanner. So jumper, scanner, and then this is a counter, money counter. right? So I only do cash. I don't finance anything, either cash, checks, Zelle, whatever, but I don't finance, right? So a lot of customers came paying cash, and some of these cars are expensive, 15,000, 20,000, Tesla, Scat Packs, cars like those. So I'm not gonna sit there and count every single dollar, right? So I got a scanner, money counter go brrr, and boom. So that was a good investment. I still have it to this day, works really good. These are the things I needed. I feel like every dealership is gonna need this. That's why I added these. Second to last thing is $333.77. This was a DMV. This was like after I finished all the paperwork and everything got set up. You go submit your paperwork to DMV, and boom, you pay them whatever their fee is, and you get the dealer license. That's that blue paper I was showing you guys earlier. You get that, and boom, you're rocking and rolling. Now you can go open up the Copart account, go open up the IA account, get everything moving and grooving, and you're a dealer now, right? So you're official. So you got everything set up, passed all the inspections. Now you can buy and sell unlimited cars, and now the world is yours, basically. So last thing is a little expensive, but it's a bunch of things. So $1,437.19, miscellaneous, right? There's a lot of things you need, right? You need chairs, you need furniture, you need a desk, you need, signs, you need stickers for the cars, you need buyer's guides, you need a printer, you need a file cabinet, all the things you need came out to this amount for me. That's what it cost for me. About printer, file cabinet, chairs, desk, blah, 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 whatever. All that stuff that you need, trash bags, stuff for the toilets and the bathroom, just basic regular stuff to keep the place running, just stuff you need. That's what it came out to me, right? So, but that's the end of it. That's it. This is everything that costed me to open up my dealership and to get my dealer license, okay? You know what? There's one more thing. I just remembered. The dealer class, right? So when you take the dealer class, I think it's like $200. So we'll just throw this in here. $200. The dealer class, you have to pass a class to become a dealer. So class, forgot about that, but boom, that's there now. So class, and that's everything basically. Security deposit, rent, insurance, your bond, auctions, things you kind of need, things that I think you need, DMV, miscellaneous things, and the class. So this is everything. Now let's go ahead and add everything up and tell you guys exactly how much it costs for you to get your dealer license. All right, so the true cost down to the penny to get your dealer license is $12,009.32. And this, in my opinion, was one of the best investments I ever made. This allowed me to, basically have financial freedom, right? Paying this amount was, I was able to buy and sell unlimited cars. I had my own location, and I could do my own hours, whatever I wanted to do, but whatever cars I want to buy, whatever cars I want to sell, I could do, right? I'm a free man. I can do whatever I want. So that's how much it costed me for everything. Of course, this is gonna vary from people to people. Maybe your rent is more expensive. Maybe your rent is cheaper. Maybe you don't need to do a deposit. Maybe they want a bigger deposit. Maybe your insurance will be cheaper. Maybe it'll be more. But these other things are pretty much standard. Like the Copart IA is gonna be the same for everybody. Key programmer, jumper, scanner, like all this kind of stuff is kind of the same. But just this is what kind of varies the most from people to people. So whatever, if you find a write the rent is 2K, just write 2K, right, instead. But 12K basically, and that's how much it costed me to get my dealer license. Completely worth it. But now, of course, I'm not saying if you have $12,000, go open up a dealership, right? Obviously not, because you have to be ready for this, right? Because now this is like a responsibility. Like you have a whole location, you have an entire business now, right? This business needs you, right? So it's not gonna be like, sometimes you feel like doing this, sometimes you don't, but no. You have a dealership now, there's rent due now, right? So you have rent now every single month coming in. So you have to pay rent every single month. So if say you have $20,000, I see so many people all the time say like they want to open up a dealership. The stage they're at, you're not ready for it, right? Especially because we're not gonna do any financing, we're not gonna do any floor plans. Do not do any floor plans at all. Like that's the number one cause of most dealerships going out of business, is floor plans, right? Floor plan basically is a bank will give you money so you can buy and sell cars, and you just pay interest on top. Not good. Avoid it. Don't do floor plans. But this is the cost. I always recommend have at least 3 months of a run rate. So 3 months of a run rate is like, look at your monthly expenses and have 3 months of that. So if you sell no cars for 3 months, you'll still be okay. So this is a startup, then you need 3 months run rate. So let's just say for me, it's 3K a month. So 3K a month run rate for me. So that's 9K. And then you need inventory. So 9K is 3 months run rate. You're good. Plus the 12, we're at 21,000. And then whatever, you should have at least like, I'll say at least like 10 cars, at least. Be able to afford 10 cars to sell. Let's say each car is 5K, that's 50K. So if you add the 50K plus the 21, you're looking at $71,000, right, to start. But that's inventory, everything, blah, 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 that's everything. You're only coming out of pocket this much. Because the inventory, you're making that back, and the run rate, that's just to protect you. That's the true cost to open up your own dealership. If you have any questions, you can leave them down in the comments below. I'll try to look at them and see from there. But the other way I said earlier, and I hinted at it in the beginning of the video, was I said that like, there's a loophole. So when I first started, I was buying and selling cars with my own personal Copart account. Because here in North Carolina, you can open up your own Copart account as a public buyer and buy and sell cars, right? But you can only do 5 cars a year, right? So that's what I was doing. Boom, 5 cars. But eventually that caps out, right? There's loopholes to that, but that eventually caps out. It's not scalable. So the next thing I had to do was find a dealer. So there are dealers out there that you can buy and sell under, right? And I had a friend, he had a dealership already. I was like, okay, boom. He charged me a fee per every single car. I said, cool, did it, blah, blah, blah. It worked beautifully, actually. That's one of the best things you can do. Get access to a dealer license without actually having the overhead or actually paying for it at all, right? You just pay per car, which is a perfect way to do this business. And it's probably the best way to do it, in my opinion, because you have no overhead, you have no fixed expenses. Doesn't matter if you sell a car or not, you're good. So now, if you want access to a dealer license, you can click the link down below and apply. We do have openings right now for people to get access to a dealer license. We don't accept everybody. It's by application only. You know, this is something serious. It's something, you know, it's not something to play around with. So only taking serious people in. It's by application only. So if you're interested in that, click the link down below and apply, and you can get access to a dealer license. You don't have to pay for all the stuff that I had to pay for and blah, blah, blah. You can bypass all that and get access to a dealer license right away. Buy and sell unlimited cars, get access to dealer auctions, and you'll be good to go. So if you're interested in that, click the link down below. But now the second thing I want to touch on. I see people out there who see other dealers like me, for example, doing fairly well, doing fairly decent, you know, not complaining at all. And they think, okay, great. I'll just open up a dealership. I'll start buying and selling cars and I'll become a millionaire. It's not that easy. In the beginning, it took me so long for me to actually get good at this. I keep saying it in all my videos. You need to learn this game first. It's not something you just hop into and you think you should start making money. And nothing in life works like that. You don't just start something and it just boom, it just starts working fantastically forever. So you need, first of all, capital to start, of course, for the inventory, for the license. If you can do a license route, if you're gonna get your own license, then of course you need capital for that. But if you're not, then you can save money there. But the second thing you need is knowledge. You need to know how to do this business. There's no other way around it. Because I know someone, he bought $500,000 worth of cars. He was successful in a different business. He saw the dealers making a lot of money. He said, okay, I'm just go do it too. He bought $500,000 worth of cars. He lost like $400,000 or $350,000 of that money because he just didn't know what he was doing. He was just overbidding on cars, buying terrible cars, not knowing which cars sell, buying from the wrong people. Like, it's terrible. So he lost all that money because he doesn't know what he's doing. Don't think just because you're successful in another business or you're successful in something else, that means you can just hop into this and succeed. It took me like 2 years to finally get good at this. I made so many mistakes in the beginning, so many rookie mistakes, which you just can't learn anywhere else. And people are gonna tell you, you can learn everything on ChatGPT, everything's on the internet. I'm telling you right now, it's not. That's cap. It just simply is not. Because if it was on there, I would have done it. You can literally ask ChatGPT like questions today, like, how do I tell if it's an insurance company selling the car? Or how do I know which car sell? How do I know what's a bid? How much should I bid for this car? Is this car an insurance company selling it? ChatGPT, they don't have these answers, right? So that's why you need a mentor. That's why you need knowledge, right? So within my mentorship, I give access to a dealer license as well. So if you're interested in that, click the link down below and apply. This is for only serious people, like I keep saying, because we cannot just let everybody in. It's by application only. It is a one-on-one mentorship with me, and I hold your hand throughout the entire process, from setting everything up, starting everything up, from buying your first car, telling you how much to pay, how much you should do this and everything. So everything I help you with is one-on-one. So that's why it's limited. I can't just let anybody in. And I don't want to just sell a course where like, here's this course and whatever, right? I don't want to do that because it's not going to work the same, right? You need one-on-one advice. You need one-on-one help. You need someone who has experience to help you in this business, especially in the beginning. But once you're good in the beginning, then boom, you're off to the races. You're good to go on your own and you can go make, you know, all the money you want to make. So if you're interested in the dealer license or the mentorship, click the link down below and apply. It should be in the comments as well. But if not, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got a lot of value out of it. I hope you see how much it actually costs to open up and get your own dealer license. And hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Peace.